What's up YouTube, it's Yeaton here. Before we get into this video, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and flick on the notification bell for all the latest real estate related news. Alright, so big news coming out of Zillow today. Zillow has acquired ShowingTime for $500 million. Uh-oh. It's my little goat here. Anyway, let's get into the news. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through the news with you, and then I'm going to give you my opinion about it. That way if you don't want to hear my opinion, you can just tune out. So anyway, Zillow to acquire ShowingTime. Okay, this is by Patrick Kearns from Inman, and I will link this article below. All right, so Zillow announced Wednesday that it has entered into an agreement to acquire real estate showing management and market analytics company ShowingTime for $500 million. The company said it will continue to operate ShowingTime as an open platform for the entire real estate industry. In many ways, this transaction is theoretically similar to other work that we've been doing. Errol Samuelson, Zillow's chief industry development officer, told Inman this idea that when there are broad industry opportunities for challenges, we can apply technology to help fix those, not just for our partners, but our premier agent customers, but for the industry in general. Samuel likened the acquisition to the company's acquisition of transaction management platform Dotloop a number of years ago, or Zillow's more recent investment in trying to democratize 3D tours and make them cheap and accessible. It's similar here with ShowingTime, Samuel said. One of the things that we recognize here is that there is a real challenge in having a qualified buyer who wants to see a property actually get in to see that property. There's a surprisingly high failure rate in the industry just to get a buyer to go see a home, Samuel said. When that happens, when that fails, that's just bad for everyone, unquote. The acquisition also continues Zillow's multi-year quest to bridge the gap between the first contact between an agent and the buyer on the Zillow platform. In recent years, the company has launched a premier agent app, added a call center to nurture leads, and even created the Best of Zillow program to ensure that when buyers want to see a home, they are connected with a highly rated and consistently productive agent. The acquisition of ShowingTime takes that relationship a step further and closer to the transaction by making it easier for the premier agent and client to schedule their first meeting. Samuel said that there's a common misconception that Zillow's premier agent business is entirely about lead generation, when in reality all of their moves in the past few years have shown the company is actually in the transaction generation business. This actually is true, and I will get into that. The acquisition of ShowingTime is an extension of that. Our job is to help buyers and their agents connect with sellers and their agents and actually get into the home that they're dreaming of, Samuel said. One of the main reasons Zillow opted to buy ShowingTime rather than building something in-house was the company's existing relationships and client base. ShowingTime has nearly 1 million agents, many of which are premier agent clients as well, using the platform, Samuel said. It also already has strong relationships with roughly 300 multiple listing services across the country. For ShowingTime, the acquisition gives the 22-year-old Chicago-based technology company a backer that shares the company's vision of wanting everybody to use the platform, Mike Lane, ShowingTime's president, told Inman. There's such a good opportunity between our companies that I have a hard time scripting a better situation, Lane said. They're really a great strategic fit on showings. The company doesn't just help real estate agents manage and schedule showings, it's also one of the largest data and analytics reporters in the real estate industry, according to Lane. And we just launched a brand new offer management product, which is highly with the Dotloop offering, Lane added. For existing clients, expect nothing to change. The company's existing clients will continue to be protected by the existing privacy policy. I think the key here is our intention to operate this as an open platform with the same rules for everybody. It doesn't matter which brokerage, which franchisor you're with, what brand you're affiliated with. Samuel said the goal here is to have an open and equitable platform for all users, and that's not changing. What do you guys think about that article? I can tell you mine. I think that Zillow's lying out of their, to be honest. They have said for multiple years they were not going to create a brokerage, and they created a brokerage. Now, the brokerage is just so they can legally do iBuying, but iBuying is going to be more and more popular, so they're technically your competitor now as a real estate agent. As a real estate agent, again, and for all you real estate agents out there, leave me a comment below. Tell me what you guys think about Zillow overall. I'd love to hear it. I think that this is a huge play. It should get a lot more attention in like the national business news. So when it comes to like what's happening in the real estate market, we can go back and look at things like Robinhood for stock trading, right? Robinhood was just one big punch right in the mouth of the financial industry. And if you look at all of Robinhood's products, they offer stock trading, obviously. They offer options trading. They have, I believe that they have a bank account now. You can trade crypto, you can trade gold, I believe. And they're coming out with more and more services. And this is hitting brokerages right in the face, and it took the world by storm. Okay. Zillow is doing a very similar thing in the real estate market. It's very, very clear what they're doing. They are trying to position themselves, and mark my words, this will happen in the future. They are positioning themselves to take over the platform of real estate transactions before they announce a national brokerage. Because if you think of it like in like the energy sector, I guess. This is off the cuff, so I guess it would be energy sector. You have all the pipelines, okay? And the pipelines is how you transfer the oil. Now, what would be more profitable for you? To immediately go out and start drilling oil, and you just drill oil, that's all you do, or you're very patient, and you just start buying all the pipelines, and then one day when you have enough cash, just like this, you decide you're going to drill the oil. It's a monopoly. You can tell competitors to go screw themselves or rip them off, so then it bankrupts them over time because you own the oil. You don't own the oil, you own the transportation of the oil. This is the same thing, but with data. What they're doing slowly is they're owning the entire transaction process. From the moment that you even remotely think about buying a house, you go to Zillow. So they own the marketing aspect of it. Then they own the transaction process of, so once you actually start, you're like, oh, I might want a new house. Let me just scroll. That's your beginning as a real estate lead. There's no question. That's when you start. You haven't even talked to an agent. You're not even thinking about it. But you get really accustomed to Zillow. And over time, you're like, you know what, I actually do want to buy a house. So then you go and you talk to an agent, and they're like, go get pre-qualified. Well, you don't even actually do that step. You're on Zillow and you look at houses and it says you get pre-qualified right here. So you get pre-qualified. And then once you're pre-qualified, you go reach out to an agent. And that agent on Zillow is within their premier program. It's not, or they're paying for that lead a lot of money. So as an agent, you're paying a lot of money of what you would have gotten anyway. So it's really stupid. And they go through that agent, and then they close on a house, and throughout the entire close, that's what they're doing right now. Throughout the entire closing, what is that word? I guess transaction. Through the entire transaction process of, let's go physically look at houses, and here's the keys. With ShowingTime and with Loop, that pretty much seals the deal for that entire process. There's still some bits and pieces in there that they'll figure out, but now they're able to, again, go from the very passive home buying lead, we'll just call them, to an actual client, to a looking client, I guess, like they're looking for homes, and then to an actual client. They bought a home. And it's the same thing for selling a home. It's the exact same thing, right? So my opinion about this is, for real estate agents, you guys need to really need, especially if you're young and you're going to be in this game for a few decades, you need to seriously look at Zillow and really step back and think, do I want to? You only have two options in this real estate world now. You can either A, just join Zillow, however that is, like just decide you're going to opt in for Dotloop, and you're going to opt in for ShowingTime on every single thing, and you're going to opt in to go pay Zillow for leads, and you're going to opt in to use their CRM, because mark my words, it's going to take over the real estate market. They're going to create a monopoly. Or and this is what I would do, be your own business. Don't rely on these monopolies, because these monopolies, also what we're seeing in other industries like social media and such, they can kick you off if they want. If you're your own business, they can't just kick you out. Zillow can kick you out, but you already created your own digital marketing platform and lead generation platform and all of that, and you have your transaction figured out. So I'm not an affiliate for this, but for real estate agents out there, I would really, if you're not started with your digital marketing or really creating your own business and you're relying on other tools, I would seriously consider going out and looking up Zoho, ZOHO.com, and look up Zoho One. It's a great plan. Now they're gonna require that you use, so what Zoho One is basically is, it's every type of software a business would need, like general software a business would need, and it's $35 a month, and they're really good software. It's just, the only thing is you can't use other software, so you can't have a Gmail. But for me, it's not a big deal. $35 a month is cheap, and you can make a bitchin' CRM and a bitchin' like digital marketing platform based off of that. So I would really look into platforms like Zoho One, and this is an affiliate link, but I would really look into going to somewhere like Carrot. You know, go to jakelovescarrot.com, by the way, if you're going to, and help support me. But Carrot will help you. They will help you a lot with getting your name out there and creating your own lead generation business and not relying on Zillow. That's what agents need to do now. They need to be reliant on themselves. They need to be reliant on their team. They don't need to be reliant on Zillow. And again, I do believe that if there are other ways to do listings, to do showings, for example, do it. Seriously. And again, create all those processes, create all those business processes and all that stuff for yourself and for your team, because one last time, Zillow's coming for us. They really are. They're trying to be nice and say like, oh, we're doing this for the real estate agents and to help people. But if you go back in time and look at what Amazon did, they said the same thing about small businesses. And if you sell anything that Amazon deems very profitable that they can do, Amazon will just come out with an Amazon Basics product, and that's that. They're going to undercut you. They're going to push you to the bottom of the search results so people can't find your product anymore. And that's going to happen with Zillow, with their agents, with their software, with their lead generation processes, all of that. So anyway, leave a comment below. What do you guys think about this? Do you think I'm just being hyperbolic, or do you think that this is actually a serious problem in the real estate industry, and we're watching a serious monopoly get created right now with Zillow? Also, if you enjoyed this, please share this video with as many people as possible. I'm a small channel. I really need to get out there, and I really need some help. So please help me. And like, subscribe, and flick on that notification bell. Because I am going to be covering real estate news more and more, and my goal is to be publishing 2 to 3 videos a day, mostly real estate related news, so stay tuned for that, and until next time, bye-bye.